Ladies and gentlemen, I really wish we were making this up. Seconds before this train is due to show up, the platform has changed, which has caused everyone to panically rush.
They didn't announce it.
No, not at all. Maybe the Germans can just sniff these things. It's like, we smell a platform change, and then, lo and behold, it's happened.
I mean, look, we're getting all the drama possible.
All of it.
And
I mean, seriously.
We thought we'd have such an easy journey.
Oh, man. Right.
I mean,
Let's hope that the train manager doesn't mind about our ticket situation here.
Alright, have a nice trip. Good luck.
We're becoming this kid's personal cafe car. We need to fill anyone we need to start charging.
Let's get him as a guest on the pod.
I think it's a thing like throughout Germany. Like I think, yeah. We'll do a full Stuttgart update once we're at the station. So we've just arrived into Stuttgart. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm very impressed by this train. I think it's the nicest one we've been on so far.
Ice baby.
Yeah.
Ding 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 diggy ding ding. Because it's an
cool.
ice train.
It's cool as ice.
Hey. It is. I always think these trains are very slick and run very well, which is in stark contrast to our experiences in the UK and France.
We said this before. We said once we're out of France, we think the journey will go well.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
Because the Germans and the Austrians generally know how to do things.
Oh, I have another ice-related pun. If you go to the Wi-Fi on this train, which I know that you've yet to do, the Wi-Fi network is called Wi-Fi on Ice.
Amazing.
Which is beautiful.
So basically what you're saying is that everything on this train is well thought out.
Well, all I'm saying, right, is that the seats are very comfy. They've got a little cushion thing at the back here. They can be readjusted. We have two lovely people who we've been speaking to and who have been very confused by why we didn't fly. I was looking out the window getting some shots that you're hopefully now enjoying. We decided that this trip would be the moment to like really tuck into our food bag, because obviously any food that we don't eat we're carrying and then it gets heavy and then it's really annoying to deal with. So we've put a whole load of food out, and this little kid has wandered by with his very sweet blue eyes and looked up and immediately like gestured that the clementine on the table was looking very attractive. So he then looks, the very kind people next to me asked, can we give him this clementine? And then they did. And he was very, very happy. He got this big, wide smile on his face. But then he realised he was onto a good thing, because he then came back. Noticed that we had these chocolate biscuits, for the record, just, we're not sponsored by Cadbury's, but chocolate fingers, very nice British snack.
But Cadbury's can sponsor us.
Cadbury's can sponsor
if they
us.
so want.
Cadbury's, if you want to give us money, we are literally in Germany spreading the good word on your project. On your project, your goods, your products. Words are failing me. Right. Yeah, so we're feeling good. We're very happy. The train's speeding along. Everything's going great.
Everything's going great. We're hoping to get into Munich for 1:26. I still harbour some very, very, very small hope that we can get our 1:29 connection from Munich to Budapest, but failing that, I think we're already thinking about plan. What plan are we on at the moment? Plan D?
We decided we're on Plan D
We're on
now.
Plan
Yeah.
D. Yeah.
Yeah. If we don't get that train, we're looking at a train I think around 1:48
1:48
that
Vienna.
goes to Vienna direct, I think, which would be great because I think if we go for the next itinerary we have to change, possibly in Salzburg or something like that. So it'd be great to get a direct train all the way through because then it's easier to explain.
And then the train from Vienna on to Budapest is the one that actually we potentially would have gotten on at Budapest.
Yeah, so just to explain the situation a bit clearer, we are looking at a sleeper to Bucharest
From Budapest,
basically.
and we need to get into Budapest for 10 really to get onto the 10:45.
The trouble is, the last train that goes from Munich to Budapest is the one that we're trying to get on, that unless it's delayed, we're going to miss. So what we're instead looking at is the fact that there are quite a number of itineraries that go Munich-Vienna. And if we can get to Vienna, that same sleeper train that we were planning on boarding in Budapest, we can get on in Vienna. The main drawback, certainly from my perspective, is that because of this hop on the next train partnership thing, we have our travel paid for all the way through to Budapest as long as we only travel OBB. But this sleeper is not OBB, it's probably run by the
I
Romanians.
think it was CFR.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And so given that it's CFR, that means that we're going to need to pay for that train in Vienna, which is okay because we should still have a decent period of time. And to be honest, I'd quite like to have access to our bunks earlier so we can turn in earlier. But yeah, that's what we're looking at now.
So far
crossed.
the count is 2 trains missed, not including all the backup trains, and 3 trains caught.
Well, nor trains missed in terms of trains further along.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, again, plan number 4, guys. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We've already sped through 3 plans, and this is now the point we're at. Hey Phil, there's more news.
Yeah, there is news, which is that this train may get into Munich 20 minutes late.
The point of the delay is that it is, Phil.
The delays are uncertain. We're still...
Yeah, delays are uncertain. They have consistently been longer
we're
than advertised.
Still 2 hours away from Munich. And yes, this train is now... now joins the club of every train we've been on being delayed.
Every single train. I mean,
But
that's astounding.
yes, it is astounding. We've not had the best luck. You don't want delays when you're trying to get as far as you can in as little time as possible. But the good news is that once we get to Munich, we've got a whole load of options. So all we need to count on is this train not being too delayed. Because I think if we get into Munich later than 2, then maybe we're in trouble.
Yeah, so Phil has done a bit of genius research and realised that there are several trains between Salzburg and Budapest, which means, potentially, if we can get on that Salzburg-Budapest train, we don't have to worry about going to Vienna instead.
Exactly.
We can go straight through to Budapest, which would be great from our planning perspective, and it means maybe we upgrade back to Plan C, but obviously that plan relies on things not being too delayed, because if we miss that train, there is a train an hour later, but it's cutting it very, very fine in terms of us making our sleeper.
The situation we're in is that ideally with taking into account this delay, we have around a kind of 5-minute switch over in Munich to get the 1:55. That then gives us a fair amount of time in Salzburg to then switch onto the Budapest train. I say worst case because I know it can actually get a lot worse, but right now the worst case is we miss the 1:55, we have to get a 2:19 train, and then we only have 8 minutes to switch in Salzburg, which we don't want because...
Which is still doable though, because
it's doable,
it is, yeah.
But we've seen how fine margins, I mean in fact pretty wide margins, can rapidly disintegrate.
I mean, credit where credit is due though, we've never actually had to run for a train. Either the delay's been so bad that we've just completely missed it, or we've actually had a decent amount of time. The only sprinting we've done was through Gare de l'Est.
Yeah, the closest we came to running was Mannheim, and then we arrived 2 minutes after our train left.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to take advantage of this moment to do another soft drink zone. Now, even though we're in Germany, we do not have any time to stop in Germany, so instead we're getting the French drink. This is the Orangina, and this is one very close to my heart. Very much reminds me of childhood. Again, the blue-orange thing, but the other way round. What do you think of that packaging, Phil?
I think I prefer this packaging to the Iron Brew packaging.
Is it classier?
It's a little bit classier. I mean, it at least pretends to be healthy. We know it's not.
I don't know. It's all relative. I mean,
It's got essence of orange in there. Maybe
I
drink
wouldn't.
enough to get some vitamin C.
I wouldn't recommend it as part of your 5 a day, but
Yeah, here you are drinking it. How much sugar content?
That's the taste
does
of
this have?
joy.
No, they don't give you. Oh no,
Well, they do.
They do give you
They
percentages.
just.
This one is 35% of your daily guideline allowance. So actually, it's less healthy than Iron Brew.
That's
Which
crazy.
is 24%.
How is Iron Brew healthier than this? That's wild.
I don't know. And to be honest, I don't really want to know.
I think we might have the worst luck in the universe.
It really,
It really feels like that. Do you want to fill everyone in on what's happened?
Well, the short of it is that we're now on our 4th train, and like every other train we've been on, it's delayed.
Everyone.
But we've got more bad news, because whilst this train is delayed half an hour, that would have actually been fine for us, because we could have just taken another train from Munich.
At 2:16
But that train is also delayed,
by 30 minutes.
which
Which means we now have one shot at getting on this sleeper tonight into Romania.
and it's not going to be easy, is it?
It's not going to be easy at all. It's a 15:29 train that gets into Vienna around 7:30.
What time's the train from Vienna?
I think 7:40.
Yeah, so
Something
we've
like
got
that.
10 minutes.
Basically, yeah, 10 minutes to switch trains.
And if any of our journeys so far to go by, 10 minutes is not enough.
Exactly. And even if we do manage our way through all of that, we then have 25 minutes to get on the train in Budapest, and
Which
we
we
don't
don't
have
have
the
tickets.
ticket yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a whole situation. Morale is pretty low
Yeah.
because I mean, you can expect one thing may go disastrously wrong, but this number is unheard of. It really is. Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah, every single train we've been on has been delayed, and we've missed countless trains.
Countless. I mean, I've stopped keeping track.
Yeah, I mean, certainly missed more trains than we've taken.
Yeah. No, which is very sad. It's very, very sad. On the bright side, we get an hour and a half in Munich,
Yeah.
which was totally unexpected.
Yeah, I've not seen Munich before, so I'm excited for that.
Me neither. Me neither. Should be
New
fun.
city.
And viewers, that means you get to enjoy it too.
Yeah, assuming this train isn't too delayed.
Stop it,
And we
stop
don't have
it.
other problems to deal with.
We keep tempting fate. We need to stop
No,
talking.
we're tempting fate by just assuming it's all going to be smooth from now on. Maybe we should just
Go the
be honest
opposite
and,
way.
and just
Assume
be
that
incredibly cynical and assume that we're not even
The
going to get out
Schengen
of
borders will shut. Yeah.
Munich. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me.
Tschechische Bahn.
How you feeling to be here, Phil?
There's mixed feelings because I'm glad we made it, but I just cannot believe our luck.
Oh, I can't believe it either.
I mean, we missed our connection, by the way, by 2 minutes.
Yep. I mean, we would have had to have rushed through as well. I don't think we really would have made it, but
Right. Well, certainly, if we'd been 10 minutes earlier, we would have made it.
oh, definitely, definitely. No, it's incredibly frustrating. But hey, we're in Munich. We actually get some tourism bits.
Yeah, we get to see a new city.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. 24 hours down. And this is us pulling out of Munich. Phil, how are you feeling about proceedings at the moment?
The 24 hours that have just passed have been pretty chaotic. I think we've spent every single train journey that we've been on frantically Googling how we can either catch up or how we can change our itinerary to get in the direction that we need to get to. We're now on train number 5. All of the 4 trains that we've been on so far have been delayed. There's been a 5th train that we were planning to take that's been delayed, which has meant that we haven't taken it. Finland.
I think Lindt is Swiss.
I think you're right.
Plus it's with a Z, so you know, it's for the, yeah, they want to be down with the kids. So things are finally turning round on the luck front.
Yeah.
What have we learned, Phil?
Well, first of all, the last few hours have just felt like a different day.
So lovely.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful views. The sun kind of started coming out. But more importantly, we're still on time for the first time since we set off.
In the trip, which is astounding.
From London. But even better, we found out that the sleeper train to Bucharest will not only leave from Vienna in time, in order for us to catch it, but it's also going to be on the adjacent platform. So we have taken the risk of buying the tickets for it already, and so long as we make it on time, we should be on that train tonight, which would mean that this is the penultimate train of the journey.
It's a huge play because basically it means that rather than have the 20-minute layover in Budapest, which was what we were originally going to have to do it, effectively we're doing it like now. And yeah, therefore
I think we've encountered enough disruption to realise it's not worth the risk. I mean, 20 minutes layover is...
Well, yeah, and I think for us, our priority at this point is getting into Romania by morning.
Yeah.
I would feel incredible.
This was always the priority, to be honest, today, given the catch-up we've been playing.
Exactly. I'd feel incredibly disheartened if we had to spend the night in Budapest. So, I mean, and that's the logic we use. It was, even though we had free travel through to Budapest because of our tickets, we decided it was worth just booking the tickets then and getting on it.
For the assurance.
Because
we do what we set out to do.
Because the €20 effectively extra is worth it for the guarantee that we don't have to spend the night in Budapest.
Yeah, and to be honest, like the train sounds awesome. I think if we can, squirm our way into a cabin, that's even better. So I'm quite looking forward to the first properly relaxing journey we'll have had on this adventure.
And excitingly, the timings of this train are very unique. It leaves Vienna around 7:42 p.m. and it arrives
around exactly 7:42. We are on it with the timings.
And it arrives into Bucharest at 5:55. So it's pretty much a 24-hour train, which I've never done, you've never done. It's very exciting that we're going to get to be on that.
It is exciting.
And it means that we will be kind of en route on the train by the time the 24 hours hit. So it'll be interesting to see.
Close to Bucharest.
Yeah.
Around 24 hours in.
It'll be interesting to see how far we manage to get within the time. Anyway, we just need to make this connection at Vienna. Hopefully we should be fine.
Yeah, we need the luck.
This was a journey returning to books, knitting and retiring early. Most passengers were already in their bunks, earbuds and eye masks on. Given that both Austria and Hungary are part of the Schengen area, we zoomed across the first border with no stickers. Still, okay, Phil, this is it. Our tightest connection yet.
You ready for the sprint?
Yep. Across the platform, we're coming in on time.
Tightest connection, but
10 minutes, yeah.
The one
Absolutely.
that we've been aiming for all day. With every connection we've missed today, we really saw our shot at making this one dwindle. But
We
yeah,
have
here we are.
We
10
have to
minutes.
do this.
10 minutes is what this entire trip is going to come down to.
Yeah. Hello, and thank you so much for watching this episode of GeoGames Rail Race. Want to know what happens next week? I have good news for you. You can head to the Island Life Productions Patreon right now to not only support the amazing work we do for as little as £2 per month, but get exclusive access to bonus content